Hi, my name is Monte Tilgner with the Iowa High School Athletic Association. This will be our week 6 training tape. We've got 11 plays to look at, so let's go ahead and get started. This first play just shows the importance of having space at the goal line and getting depth at the goal line when the play comes to that pylon that you're at. So let's take a look here. First of all, right about now is when we need to be, moving to the goal line pylon, because we have a play that obviously, they're trying to make it to the goal line. So a couple things here. First of all, we have a ball boy here, and just tell the ball boys before the game, when we get to the 10-yard line, just stay there. No need to come into the 10-yard line. A lot of stuff happens there, and we want you to be out there for your safety and for our safety. Second thing, the G. Move this G about 5 more yards back, and then you're able to get to that goal line extended and move backward without having to worry about tripping over it or without tripping over it. So move that G out of the way, well back, where you can back up as far as you need to get out of harm's way and not have to worry about that being there. Next, when we have the box man, or the box or the chains, whoever it is, in this case, just have them step to the other side. So he's on the right side of the box. Have him come on the other side. And that also will give you a little more room. Also have them move back. They don't need to be, that's the time when we want them definitely on that back restraining line. So he should be like back even where this G is, with the box, but he should be on the other side of it, giving you the opportunity to be able to move a little more freely. Because what you see happen on this is everything starts coming at this pylon, and if we move just straight to the goal line and right on top of the pylon, what happens is, what happened here where we get rolled up on and get injured. So right now, when you see this is a broken, kick attempt, diagonal back to where that G is, and again, you would have moved it so it's not there. And then you can even move further back if you need to be goal line extended to be able to rule on this play. But as you can see, we go right to the goal line pylon, we get rolled up on, and we actually got injured on this play and had to work the rest of the game with 4. So we don't ever want injuries to happen to our officials. We can prevent them sometimes. So if you notice, the player who injured the official, he never even made it to the G. So if we would have gotten that out of the way to begin with, and if we would have taken a proper angle back and diagonal to that back restraining line, we can even back up further if we need to, and then hopefully not get injured on the play. We had two officials get injured, probably for the rest of the year, this past week, and we want to prevent that if at all possible. Next play here is just a really good example of some mechanics and judgment. We have a play that's going to end up with a pass going to the sideline of the end zone here, and the first foot that touches is out of bounds, and then the second foot taps inbounds. But my comment says if the first foot is out of bounds, it doesn't matter where the second foot is, we're already out of bounds. So that being said, let's take a look at mechanically here. We're in good position. We're at the 11-yard line. So we do want to not release hard of that goal line, but we do want to be releasing, towards that goal line at the snap. And we just want to kind of feel this quarterback rolling out towards us, but our eyes need to be on this receiver in case he would get grabbed when he makes his break to the outside here. We do a good job of transitioning here, and if we go back, we can see that our first foot right there is the one that's out of bounds. Now the second foot taps inbounds. Doesn't matter. He's already out of bounds. So very good sell by the official here. And again, if he's already out of bounds, it doesn't matter what a second foot does. He would be out of bounds. So nice job by the crew on this play. On this play, we've got just a reminder of some punt mechanics and just to open up our vision to get blindside blocks. We've done a better job of getting our flag down on blindside blocks, but we want to continue to do so. We can never be too good at that. So one thing, again, good job here, released by the line judge, and good to be watching this action. That's where we want to be. What I've noticed is our headline judges, we need you to release, about a little before that ball is going to be kicked. If you can tell it's not going to be blocked, no threat to be blocked. And then we need you to release harder. We want you to really be getting 25, 30 yards downfield, so we can then get behind the play and trail it. So you can see a lot of times what we're doing is we're getting about 15 yards downfield. We really want to be going harder. So let's go back and take a look here. My comment is this is not KCI. This is a muffed punt, and we know that K can recover, but they can never advance a muff. R can recover and advance. What happens is R does recover and advance. We get a little impatient. We come out on the field with our line judge here. Let's go back and take a look at why this is not KCI. All right. He definitely, this guy's what, 2 to 3 yards away. He would need to be, within a yard, impeding his opportunity to catch this ball. He's definitely not within that frame. So, not a KCI. He definitely does not possess this long enough that we would have a fumble. This is a muff. And now, again, we do have it picked up and we do have it advanced. And this is our player that's going to commit a blindside block. The line judge here is the only one that really is responsible for the runner here. So anybody else could help on this blindside block. I don't know if we got it. Hopefully we did get it. I think the umpire is probably in best position to see it, followed by the referee and the headline judge at the top of the screen. But there's our foul right there. If I go back, here's our player going slow motion now. That is a blindside block. That's a big one. That's one we got to get. It looks like our umpire's looking right at it. He doesn't throw. I'm hoping that maybe the referee did, but it's one that we got to get, or maybe we had a late flag, but that's one we definitely need to get for a blindside block. Next play here is this was sent in as part of the crew evaluation, by the crew, which a lot of crews are doing this, and we really should be for wanting to improve. And so I'll just let it go. We'll see his comment here, and his comment is just that we definitely have tangled feet. So I was talking about Jorge, could you have helped as you appear to be looking at this? Mike comes in late in the end zone. We do make a good judgment on it, and that's good. So let's review. Let's go back and take a look at it first of all. And you can see we have both players looking back, and we have feet entanglement. So again, this is my comment. When it's a foul, when it's not a foul. If neither or both the receiver and the defender are looking back, we have no foul when we have tangled feet. We do have a foul if the receiver is looking back for the ball, the defender is not looking back at the ball. If their feet then get tangled, that's when we do have a foul for defensive pass interference. Again, there's so many people here. I don't know exactly what they're all doing. If they don't need to be there, try to get rid of them, but they definitely need to be behind that limit line. There's just a lot of congestion here. And I talked about in the previous play, the G is moved back. You can see a good job here. The G's well back, but we have a lot of people here that could get in our way if we need to move back. So, these three especially are three people that if they're going to be in that restricted area, they need to be behind the limit line, but we can ask them to not be, within a yard of that goal line extended so we have room to work. So just keep that in mind. Next play, we have intentional grounding. I think we've been better with this. And let's just take a look here. It's a true call, remember. So see, your quarterback just dumps it, and that ball lands right here. Definitely not at the line of scrimmage. And you can see our referee, is working his way up to where that pass is made. a lot of times the reason why he can't make this call by himself is he's watching the contact and what's going on with his quarterback, making sure nothing is going on down there. So that's why he doesn't know where this ball lands. And we need our wing official to be coming in here. It looks like he's going to start to. Remember, funny whistle, run into the referee. Referee, move to the yard line of the pass. And remember, our enforcement for this is 5 yard from the spot of the foul, and it is also a loss of down. So crew call, intentional grounding. We talked last week about if he gets hit, before or after he starts the pass. In this case, he doesn't get hit until, he might be getting tackled, possibly, but this one is definitely all on him and would be intentional grounding. The next play here, you can see we did have correct enforcement 5 yards from the spot of the foul. And we talked about preventing illegal shifts and illegal motions if we can, these 5 yard fouls, but this is one we cannot. So we're going to see that 2 guys are going to go in motion here. And a reminder of why this is not a dead ball foul, it's a foul at the snap. So you can see these 2 guys go in motion. And when they do, it should be a red flag for referee both wings. And you should be saying to yourself, if not over the 0-2-0, these guys both need to get set or we're going to have a flag at the snap. So why this is a live ball foul and not a dead ball foul is because they can do several things to prevent this from being a foul. One, they could both get set. And if they do, and then we snap the ball, we have no foul. Also, they could call a timeout to prevent this foul. And sometimes the coach will realize that, we've got 2 guys in motion, and he's pretty sure that this is going to end up being a foul because they're going to snap the ball. So the coach will see it, and he'll call a timeout to prevent that. So that's the rationale behind why it is a foul at the snap. Next play, just discussion on when as a wing official, we should release downfield more and when we can hold that line of scrimmage. First of all, you see we have a first or a second down play in this case. So we do not need to, flow or go to that line to gain at the snap like we would want to on 3rd or 4th down. But on this play, we've got trips and we have a back who's going to, I went too far, sorry. A back who's going to come out in the backfield. And when we see this back coming out in the backfield, if it's 1st or 2nd down, just hold the line of scrimmage, all right? That doesn't mean you need to look at him. You need to know he's there, you know he's coming out there, and that there might be a pass going there. But we want you to be looking in at your receiver keys, okay? And we just might be able to peek back and forth. Everyone's kind of free of foul right now, so we definitely, as a headline judge, could be peeking back at the quarterback. And right now, we're going to see that swing pass is coming. So we held that line of scrimmage. That's good. And now we trail the play. So that is what we want mechanically. If we wouldn't have this receiver coming out of the backfield, if he's not here, if he stays in the block, we do now have 3 receivers going downfield. So if that was the case, if he would not be here, then we would want you to be flowing downfield as you are watching the players in your area. Next play we've got, we have not seen much of this, but it is definitely a foul. Delay a game on the defense for disconcerting signals. And in this case, they clap, and they can't clap if the offense uses clap for their cadence. So you can see it here. It's going to be very obvious. This is the player that's going to do it. I'm going to go in slow motion now. And you can see he claps. And as soon as he claps, multiple linemen move. Boom, there's a clap, and there they go move. The center doesn't snap the ball, but about everybody else does. And we end up with a foul. And I believe we put this on the offense. These are not easy, but if anyone can pick it up and see that happens, that clap, then we want to put that appropriately on the defense. This is something we see in the college game more often than the high school game, and it's difficult. We don't get it all the time either, but if we do see it, and this could be seen maybe by the back judge, probably by the umpire most, but if we do see it, you can see he just did the clap, and now boom, everyone starts to move. So that is the cadence by the offense, and they're trying to, make a false start. So this is called delay a game on the defense. Your announcement is delay a game defense. If you want to say disconcerting signals, you can, but one you're probably going to have to talk to the coach about. All right, this is an OPI play, and so lot to talk about here. So let's just go through my comments here. When we read a screen pass, we've got to be thinking we are going to have ineligible players downfield. That's their assignment on the screen pass, is to go downfield and to block. All right, the screen pass to not have a foul for ineligible player downfield, that pass needs to not cross the line of scrimmage. So in other words, that pass has to be touched by or caught by that back behind the line. But we do have what we call IDP hanging, ineligible downfield player hanging, and that's if we see them go more than 3 yards downfield and the ball was released and that pass crosses line of scrimmage, then we have a foul for IDP. Now, we could also have offensive pass interference if there's blocking downfield before the ball's touched downfield. We have OPI. If we would have both of those fouls, we're only going to throw one flag. We're not even going to worry about the IDP. We're just going to enforce the foul for offensive pass interference because it's a 15-yard penalty. So let's go ahead and look at this play. Again, hopefully we can read this. I mean, those linemen just let those guys go through, and they're releasing downfield. These two certainly are, they're looking at 4. He's looking at almost 5 yards downfield. He's looking at 3 to 4 yards downfield. So this is definitely IDP hanging. Remember that it becomes a hanging foul when the ball is released. It's just getting released now. We can't throw our flag. Excuse me. We can't throw our flag right now because we don't know where the ball is going to be touched. But on this play, you can see the ball just got touched right here by our receiver. So now, since those players were downfield when it was released, and the ball goes beyond the line of scrimmage before it's touched, we have that foul for IDP. We do not have a foul for OPI because we don't have blocking that has already happened. We have a block that's just starting here, maybe it looks like. Yep, but it had not occurred yet, and we don't want to nitpick that. We want that timing to be where we definitely have that block before that ball is touched to have OPI, but we should have IDP on this play, and hopefully we do. All right, next play. This was sent in just, talk about blocking below the waist when it's legal, when it's not. And we got to make sure we understand there's nothing in the rule that says it has to be against a player directly in front of you. The rule is that it has to be by people who are on the line of scrimmage in the free blocking zone at the snap against players who are on the line of scrimmage in the free blocking zone at the snap, and it is immediate. Okay, so this is immediate. This would be legal even though he does take one step and go low on a guard, not like a nose guard in front of him. So what they cannot do is they cannot lift up and then go low. We talked about that already this year. They also cannot delay and then go low. But and if they are in a 2-point stance, they must immediately go low. These guys are in a 3-point, but you could be in a 2-point stance if at the snap you immediately go low and make that block. That's the most important part, is in that immediate action after the snap. So let's look at this play here. Okay, and again, I'm going to go back now, and let's watch this center snaps the ball, immediately goes down and to the side and rolls underneath the legs of this defensive lineman. So this is not a foul. Continuing here with some of our mechanics. This is a second down play. So remember, on first and second down plays, when this starts coming at you to the sideline, we want you to go back 3-4 yards, get behind it, then you can open up your vision and see blocks better. At this point right now, where we should be looking, it's just an easier view, better view. We can get that runner past us sooner if we would be standing here, and then we'd be focused. Oops, sorry, don't want that type of arrow. If we're standing here, we could focus on that block right there. Our back judge, we want you to be on the seal block by number 10. And as we continue here, at this point now, we would have this block, the seal block we would release off of, be moving to this block at the point of attack. This block would probably be picked up by our umpire. Referee and our line judge would be on this block right here at the point of attack. If we can stay off of watching the runner, that's ideal because he is still free of foul, so we could be on this block. We do a good job of letting this play get in front of us and trailing it, but if we would step back, we would have had a little more room to be able to see things. Okay, this is one we don't see every day, but this is a foul for interlocked blocking. So Rule 2-3-9, interlock blocking occurs when one or more players grab or encircles a teammate just prior to or while blocking an opponent, and this is a 10-yard foul. So we're going to watch here. He has a hold of this, his teammates, shirt, belt, whatever the case may be. He can be there, but he can't continue to have that there when this block occurs. So I'm going to go in slow motion. Let's take a look. We have our snap, and you can see he is still on holding that, trying to have that be like, where that guy can't break through that, and that's what makes this a foul. So again, let's talk about penalty enforcement. The basic spot is a previous spot for loose ball play. It's a foul by the team in possession behind the basic spot, so it's enforced from the previous spot, 10 yards, and we would repeat the try. Just a different view of that, and that is it for our Week 6 plays. Great plays sent in by coaches and officials, so keep that up. Keep working hard on your pre-games and working hard as these teams continue to work hard towards the playoffs. We'll talk to you next week.